Okay, we're talking about a pre-game bullpen routine here. And now there's no scientific formula or correct way to do this. My number one thing is I want my pitcher as comfortable and as confident as possible before he steps onto the mound in the game. The first thing I like to start with pitchers, I like to have the catcher set up just in front of home plate and throw anywhere from 3 to 5 fastballs with him in front of home plate. What this does is it really forces the athlete to get the ball down. He cannot have a high location at that close distance. He really has to work and get the ball down, and we always want the pitch down in the zone at the hitter's knees. From there, I'll move the catcher 5 feet further back than he would normally stand and allow the pitcher to throw another 3 to 5 fastballs there. What this does is it forces them to extend their fastball so that they're not just throwing to their target, but throwing all the way through their target. We want the fastball to really jump through the strike zone when it gets there. Again, we're trying to maintain good low pitch location, but kind of extending that distance a little bit to get a little jump on his fastball. After we've gone through those two things, we'll set up the catcher at his normal distance, and we want to start with fastballs. The number one thing is we can get any hitter out with our fastball, and in fact, we will generate more outs with the fastball if we can force the hitter to swing early in the count at our pitches. So we want to establish good pitch control with the fastball. From there, we'll move to whatever our second best pitch is. So if it's for this player, it's their changeup. For another player, it's their breaking ball. They should go to their number 2 pitch because we want that to be just as good as the fastball, on par with it. So as soon as we're able to establish a pretty good fastball, we'll work on getting a good feel with our secondary pitch and then our third pitch. We don't want to throw too many in a row of the same pitch. We will with the fastball, maybe as many as 10, 12, or 15 as we're going to get going. And then with changeups and breaking balls, we'll throw maybe 3 to 5 in a row max. And then we want to break it up more like a game. So throwing sets of 2 or every other pitch, mixing it up that way. I don't think that there necessarily has to be an exact routine in terms of number of pitches and an order, because that's not exactly how the game works out. The pitcher knows what it feels like when he releases the ball and does it well, and he knows what it feels like when it's not quite coming out right. And we want him to be able to work on whatever it is that establishes that good feel and that good confidence for him. The key points we want to do is make sure that we maintain a good fastball control and that we establish that right away early. We'll then move to our secondary pitch and establish that, and then start to break it up and make it game-like. One thing that's really important that a lot of players forget is we want to take a break before we go into the game. I like to have my guys sit anywhere from at least 3 to as many as 5 or 7 minutes before they go into the game. This is done to simulate a half inning. We don't want our guys to throw 40, 45, 50 pitches getting warmed up and then go straight into the game and maybe end up throwing 20 in the first inning and really lose in effectiveness after those first 10. So it's important that once he's done in the bullpen, he takes a break, gets a drink, sits down for a few minutes before the game starts.